So what are we going to be talking about today? We are going to be talking about something really interesting, which is about a hacking operating system. When we talk about hacking related operating system, the unanimous name that we all say is Kali Linux, isn't it? Yeah. But let me ask you this, is Kali Linux the only operating system for pen testing or ethical hacking? Obviously no, there are so many more that are available in market, but we are very comfortable with Kali Linux because they constantly update the packages, the tools, the user interface, the flexibility, everything, right? They constantly work on the user interface, the grouping, categorizing, there's so much more that Kali Linux offers to us. So what we do, we constantly use Kali Linux as probably the de facto ethical hacking operating system, right? But let me tell you, most of us are like me, right? They don't want to install a virtual box or a virtual machine and then put Kali Linux on it or put another operating system on it, but still they would be keen on doing pen testing and ethical hacking, right? So let me tell you, there is a interesting tool available. It's called the PenTest Box. Yes, it's called the PenTest Box. What is PenTest Box? Let's talk a little more about PenTest Box. PenTest Box is a portable open source penetration testing framework that runs on top of Windows operating system. Yes, you're right. It is not going to run on virtual machines. It is designed to provide a comprehensive set of tools for all security professionals and security testers to conduct assessments, majorly red teamers or blue teamers. If you see them where they don't have an environment to install VMware or VirtualBox or anything of that sort, what they do, they install this tool which could be installed inside your own host operating system Windows. So what I do, I install it in the C drive, right? So it goes and sits, makes a folder called C:/PenTest Box. So this is the folder where all the tools goes and sits in my operating system. So what I also do is, as soon as I install this particular tool, I actually go to my antivirus, go to exceptions and add this particular folder exception to exclude from scanning, right? Why do I do that? Because C drive C:/PenTest Box is a folder and I add that as an exception to my antivirus because my antivirus usually will detect this as a virus because it has many tools such as SQL map, Nmap, Metasploit, MSF Venom, NFS console, so many more, right? So for anyone who uses pen testing environment like Kali Linux, this is like a boon for you all, right? Let me also tell you this is something really interesting because you can also have a dual boot configuration as well, right? So when you load an operating system, you either load into Windows or into another operating system, right? But let me tell you, this particular tool is basically a Windows based exe runtime tool, but you can actually install it on a pen drive, like a live boot you have for Kali Linux. There is a live run pen drive that you can have where you don't need to really install anything. It's all pre-installed like a portable app. You all have the installation, everything ready with the environment variable and everything in place, right? And the interesting part is the PenTest Box runs directly on Windows, leveraging the Windows subsystem for Linux, and that is why it is able to perform beautifully running tools like MSF console, MSF Venom, etc. The main feature of the PenTest toolbox, according to me, is number one, portability. It can be installed on a USB pen drive or even cloud storage, allowing attackers or pen testers to carry their testing environment from anywhere without any restriction. Number two, performance. Since it is running directly on the host machine, not on a VM or a virtual box or a virtualized environment, it is having a lot of access to RAM, right? So it makes it a point that it runs seamlessly because it's running right on the host OS and not the guest operating system. It utilizes the full potential of the system's hardware, making it faster than running on any virtual machines. See, in case you have experience using Kali Linux or tools like that, you might have noticed there is a kind of a lag because it is not running on the host OS. It's not the host OS. Usually the setup is like you have a virtual environment, over which you run this Kali Linux, and hence the lag. But here it is not so. You are installing it on top of the host OS, and that makes it a lot faster and a lot more efficient, right? Third point, if you ask me, is the convenience. Users can access a wide range of tools, like as much as you have in Kali Linux, there are a wide range of tools available here also, where you have it all categorized, right? It's all categories for database testing, for network testing, protocol testing, web application testing, wireless testing. Every single testing has a separate category available in this. Interestingly, it is all from Windows, and accessing it can just be one shortcut link away on your desktop. Convenience that I would call it is the modularity. You can actually add or delete or edit any other tools that you may want to inside the particular folder, and also it supports module addition, module edition, and module deletion. When I say module addition, deletion, edition, it also offers an option where you can actually update your existing SQL map, update your existing Nmap, update your existing framework, not by individually updating them, but just update the version of PenTest Box. You get the latest version of all the existing market tools available, updated immediately onto your host OS, right? And if you ask me, PenTest Toolbox will be particularly useful for security professionals whose primary usage would be Windows. You know, there are scenarios where some security researchers or consultants are not given access to free environment where they can install anything, run anything, because of the restrictions that the company has in place and restrictions that their anti-malware, antivirus systems have put in place, right? But please be mindful, this is for people who basically use Windows all the time, right? So it will be very easy, very useful, and it eliminates the overhead of managing virtual machines, dedicated hardware for pen testing or anything of that sort. It makes it a lot easier, a lot faster, and a lot more convenient, right? Let me ask you this. Are you going to try using PenTest Box? If yes, please comment on the section below saying yes, so I can help you to get your environment up and running, right? So in case you like this content, consider sharing and subscribing. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech insights on cybersecurity.